Hey everybody, it's Tank and Trucker, and today we are going to do a review on the Heavy Tank number 6. So what do you get, and is it worth it? Well, let's go over it real quick, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. So, basically you get 950 hit points, just a little bit under 1,000. I wish it was right at 1,000, but you know, it's only 50 hit points. So, the hull armor and turret armor are exactly the same all the way around. You have 100 on the front on the hull and the turret, 80 on the side of the hull and the turret, and 80 on the turret and the hull on the rear. So it's got decent armor, but the problem is it's flat. You got flat front. I mean, that's perfectly flat, straight up and down. Flat spot here. This is a little bit of spaced armor around the gun mantlet. Mainly, if they shoot you pretty much anywhere here or here, it's going to pen you, though. So even if you can triangle it, get it at a 45, and it might bounce some rounds, but for the most part, you know, if somebody's shooting premium, or if you get into a tier 8 match, which you'll see tier 8s in this, it does not get pref matchmaking, pretty much everything's going to pen you. So, unfortunately, even at a good 45-degree angle, because of the flatness of this stuff, it's still, you still get penned pretty easy. Or if they can't pen you, if it's a lower tier tank, they just go for that cupola. So, unfortunately, even with, you know, the numbers it has for the armor, it's still not the most terrific in the world. Now, the gun, I like it, but I don't like it. The standard rounds per minute are 8.57. Average pen is 145. Your premium rounds bump you up to 171, and your HE are 44. Average damage per minute is 220 on your standard, and your premium rounds 270 on your HE. I like the damage the gun does, and it's got an alright reload. Average damage per minute is 1886, but the dispersion's where it gets you at 0.38. Aim time is 2.3 seconds. Now, my rate of fire is 10.2, which makes my reload 5.9 seconds. Turret traverse is 23.33, and the hull traverse is 27.73. So, fast scout can easily circle you. So if they try, turn your hull and your turret at the same time, and you know, try and back into a rock or a building, something that's not destructible, because yeah, it can be circled pretty easy. Gun depression is alright at -8, positive 15. My aim time is 1.96, and my dispersion, even with the crew that I have, which is pretty darn good, is still 0.36. So it's definitely not the most accurate gun in the world. So, you know, highly advised, don't try sniping. And that's why I'm really hoping with what I saw they're looking at doing on the sandbox server with the aiming on these guns on pretty much all the tanks. That's, you know, probably one of the worst things they could do. It's going to make a lot of people sling gold, just due to the fact that if you're not penning stuff at distance, what's everybody going to do? Load heat, and then it's rip through everything. So basically, everybody's just going to be slinging premium rounds, which will suck. You know, if they can't pen you from distance, load a heat and just go, because heat doesn't lose penetration over distance, so they'll just pen you from, you know, that. But the problem you're going to have is the guns that have crappy dispersion, well, it's going to get worse. So the sandbox server, if you're, you know, involved in that, please, please, please get it across to them that what they're thinking of doing is probably the worst thing they could do. It's a 57.7 ton tank, so if you hit a medium or a light tank, you're gonna, you know, mess them up pretty bad. You might take a little damage, but I wouldn't suggest ramming into like a tier 8 heavy, you know, because they're gonna be a lot heavier than you, and probably do a lot more damage to you than them. If they only got a few hit points left, you spank into them and kill them. Specific power to weight ratio is 11.27, which is not really super. I mean, it's got all right pickup and speed, 40 kilometers forward and 12 in reverse. If you hit hills, that's where you have your main problem. Your concealment's 8.5, which is pretty, it's a heavy. I mean, what do you expect? View range is not too bad at 399, and I don't have any nods or coated optics or anything. Vents does take your view range up a little bit, so it does help out, but you know, 399 in a heavy tank isn't too bad at all, especially for a tier 6. Signal range is 661, and my thoughts on the tank are, you know, good gun for the rate of fire. The damage, the alpha damage does for tier 6 is nice, but not the most accurate. The pen's all right for if you're top tier tank, which you'll see in the next the replay that I have. But if you're bottom tier premium rounds, you're gonna have trouble with 171 going through tier 8s, especially if you get IS6s and IS3s in that match. So if you want to hold on just for a second, I'll have that replay up for you in just a minute. So here we are on Live Oaks, and the matchmaking could have not been any better for me. It was terrific. Top tier tank. Looks like there's only four tier 6s on both sides, and then goes from 5s all the way down to 4s. So yeah, the matchmaking on this couldn't have been better. Matchup was pretty all right. I mean, I think we had. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. We had the AC 4 experimental, and what else do we have? And if you see me kind of driving around like an idiot here, this is because my ping in the beginning is pure red. I have no clue. I look like I was going straight, and then you can see I'm driving around in a big circle. So, and you see my gun acting all funky. I'm like, oh my god, you know, this is because of the TeamSpeak program we had. I had running. You can see I stopped for a second, and I went in and shut it off, and then my ping went back to normal. But yeah, I told the guys, I said, sorry, ping 999. So not a good thing to happen, but got it going all right and finished heading into the city. But like I was saying, I think we had a few more heavies than they did. Yeah, we had Churchill 3, KV1, T1 Heavy. Yeah, they had more TDs than we did, I think so. Kind of missed that shot there. I think my ping was just starting to get back to the way it should be. I hit that M5 Stuart there for 222. 220 is the average damage on this, so not too shabby of a shot. Somebody said something about the updates. What the heck did they say? Oh, I don't know. Can't pull it up in the replay unless somebody else types something. Something about turn off your War Thunder updates or something. I don't even have War Thunder on my computer. Played that game and I just didn't like it. I think World of Tanks has been probably my most favorite simulator war game out of all the ones. I've tried the other ones that are out there, and you know, World of Tanks is just so much better on just everything that, you know, the gameplay, the game style, the tanks, just everything about it is just so much better than all the other ones that you know, I have no interest in even running the other tank simulator or tank games. So I saw in the city they had the ARL-44, so I figured I'm just going to go ahead and push right on in here. I'm not even going to stop, just going to keep pushing and push hard. So I looked over on the tracks on the zero line, and they had a lot of stuff down that way. So I knew that we had to push hard and just get on their cap, or, you know, go back to our cap. We did have a couple tank destroyers down there that were able to kind of hold them off. See, even at that angle, that was a beautiful 45-degree angle, and he put it right through my lower plate right there. I mean, the ARL-44 has good penetration. Don't know if he was using premium or not. I think it gets APCR for its premium round, so obviously you won't hear that sizzling sound, but I think it was just a standard round, and even at that 45-degree angle, put right through it. It's just because it's so flat. So that's what I was trying to say, is the armor on this just, it's not the best. You know, just everything, see, I just got a round right in the pooper right there. I don't know if I can, so I got hit right here on the side, right there. Have no clue what would have hit me there. I don't think I got hit by any of friendly tanks, but by the looks of it, I would have thought I did. Yeah, I'll have to look at the post-game stats on that and see if I did get hit by a friendly, because I didn't see when I got hit either what, if anything popped up saying you were hit by blah blah blah, that line. See, this is where the accuracy, you know, comes into play. It's just not the most accurate. You saw that, I aimed right for his side and I knocked his track off, which, you know, I got assisted damage in that, but and you can see they're pushing pretty hard on our base. But I figured if I keep pushing up this way, clear whatever's up this on our end, and you know, if need be, you know, we could if we can have to cap them out, we have to cap them out. I'd rather do the damage, because you get a better win rate the more damage you do. You don't get as many, you know, your win rate doesn't go up too much for you know, getting cap points. I tried knocking that ARL's track off, but didn't. But I ended up getting a shot on him. So that's what I'm saying about this having a pretty good reload. It's like 5.1 seconds. So the reload on it's actually really nice. It's just the accuracy is what gets you. So you can see we've got tank destroyers hovering over our cap, covering that. So I figured I'm going to keep pushing right on through. And unfortunately, our Churchill 3, he did absolutely no damage. Literally, he didn't no damage. And he got on cap. And we were telling him to get off cap because we wanted to, you know, continue through and get more damage. And he just, he was an idiot and didn't get off. Obviously, you know, he couldn't do any damage, so he figured that's the only way he's going to get a, you know, anything of a, you know, points or experience or whatever, is by capping and screwing the rest of us. That's one thing I will do, is if I'm on cap and somebody says, hey, can you get off cap, I'll get off cap in a heartbeat. See, the KV1 said don't cap, I said affirmative, and the guy just stays on cap. He's an idiot. KV1 needed it for a mission, so that, I mean, for him, obviously, it's important. He needs, you know, he needs 600 more damage. And that douchebag in the Churchill 3 that did absolutely no damage, you know, that was the only way he was going to, you know, get any kind of points, is by, you know, screwing the rest of us. And it's kind of a shitty thing to do. Here in a second, I type again, please get off cap, or get off cap. And that idiot, see, I said get off cap. And the idiot didn't listen. You know, I was, too bad somebody didn't shoot his ass, to be honest with you. You know, I don't condone, you know, team damage, but when you're asking, I mean, begging this stupid asshole to get off cap and he won't do it, it's just, that's kind of a shitty thing to do. And they are capping us, and they've got 1 on cap, and I think they get up to 2 on cap, but we're able to come through and, you know, knock them out and get, you know, reset cap anyway. So it wasn't a matter of us getting capped out. We're actually winning now. It's just the point that that douchebag wouldn't get off cap when we're all asking him to please get off cap. Well, just to let you know, you know, normally I wouldn't, but I did send him a message after the match, and I said, you know, thanks for being a douchebag and not doing shit for damage and screwing the rest of us by capping. Normally I wouldn't do that, but the guy was a putz. Like, he got lit just as I got up there, but not quick enough to get a shot out on him. Yeah, so you know, if you're ever capping and, you know, somebody's like begging you to get off cap, you know, more than likely, like the KV1, he was trying to complete a mission. Do him a favor and get off the cap. I mean, I've done it several times. I'll be capping, I'll have it all the way up to 95%, and they're like, you know, can you get off cap? Boom, I'm off. You know, I won't think twice about it because, you know, I know what it's like to be so close to getting a mission done and somebody just, they screw you basically by staying on cap. You know, a lot of missions that you need to do a certain amount of damage, and KV1's not the fastest tank in the world, so you know he needed 600 more damage. So that guy being on camp, I don't know if he actually finished his mission or not. I hope he did. But yeah, that's a pretty shitty thing to do, to set on cap like that, especially when the guy did no damage. um, you know, and I looked at his stats, and he's new to World of Tanks. He's got like 800 battles, and he's basically a turd. But to screw somebody over like that, that's kind of a shitty thing to do. So, yeah, if you're ever on cap and somebody says, hey, can you get off cap, please, you know, get off cap. Do them a favor, you know. But anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have the post-game stats for you in just a minute. Hey, everybody. So this is the results of that match. It was a Mastery Badge Class 2, and got a fire for effect. So we hit the ARL 44 for 233. The Skoda T25 for, if I move this over here, keep my grape out of the way, 135 and finished him off. The ARL V39 hit him twice for 465 and finished him off. The IKV 65-2 hit him one time for 195, so a little bit of a low roll there. The STR VM42 for 213. Stug 4 for 57 finished him off, and I got knocked out. Yeah, destroyed his track too. And the M5A1 Stewart for 222. Came in second in damage with 1,520 with 3 kills, and came in second on experience with 826. Made 13 shots, 9 hit, 8 pen. So you can see it's not the most accurate gun in the world. Yeah, it's got a pretty fast reload, but we got hit 3 times, 2 pen, 1 bounced, or didn't pen, so I think it was might have been a track shot. I'm not real sure. I have to pay attention when I'm doing the replay. Spotted 1 vehicle, damaged 7, destroyed 3, and 574 damage caused with our assistance. Shot 1 premium round, the rest were standard, made 45,747 credits, and after they fixed the tank and resupplied the ammo, still made 37,238 credits. So, yeah, it makes pretty good credits. Gun's not the most accurate in the world, and as you saw in the beginning of the match, I had a really bad lag issue. I was driving around hitting tanks and running into people, and I'm like, what the hell? My clan's using this new TeamSpeak program because it's free, but it sucks the bandwidth right out of the what's usable for World of Tanks. So I got in and shut that program off real quick, and then my ping went back to normal. But yeah, it was kind of hairy for the first couple 10-20 seconds there. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.